YouTube, what's going on? Andrew Darling here. Mr. Darling 4, guys, it's been a minute. This is my law school journey. It is April. It's like the 3rd or 4th of April today. So what the heck's been going on? What have I been doing? What's kept me busy? What's prevented me from being here on YouTube? Work, life, school. There's no such thing as a work-life balance. Like, it's just really not a thing. Not in law school anyway. So as you guys, if I remember the last time I posted was about February. I was talking about my internship at Ryder Systems Incorporated, which is a Fortune 500 company. Their corporate headquarters is here in Miami-Dade County. I've been working there for the semester. I have started a new internship as well as continuing to work at Ryder for the Office of Regional Counsel, where I'm working with the attorneys on a death penalty case. And I mean, there's somebody died, we represent the defendant. Like, that's really about all I can say. But this is one of those cases where it'll really let me know if I can actually be a criminal defense attorney at some point in my life. So I have really sort of two paths that I've sort of focused on, in that one of them is sort of the labor and employment realm, working at the EEOC last summer, as well as working at Ryder. And now I'm really starting to get into the criminal defense side and what I want to do. I have put in an application to work somewhere at the state's attorney's office this summer, even though I see myself long-term being more of a defense work or, public defender's office sort of thing. I definitely want to understand the state's attorney's side of the thing, the prosecution's perspectives and the way they do the things that they do. But other than that, what's been going on? I just got back this weekend to Miami. I was in Atlanta last weekend. My daughter had a volleyball tournament. A couple weeks before that, I was in South Carolina with my family for spring break. And before that, about 2 weeks before spring break, I was able to go home for the first time in 7 weeks. So that was literally the longest I've ever been away from my son, who is 6 now. Quick moment into my kid's life. My son just scored 3 goals on Saturday in his soccer match, and my daughter played pretty well at the Big South volleyball tournament in Atlanta this last weekend. So I'm super proud of them for the feats that they're sort of accomplishing. My wife's still kicking butt in the U.S. Army. She's, that's my old lady. But I just wanted to come through here real quick and give you guys an update. This semester hasn't been academically as challenging. It's been more practical stuff. So I've been taking what's called a litigation skills course. And that basically, you go from opening statement all the way through depositions and doing direct and doing cross and all sorts of different things that you go through that is part of the trial process. And I've really enjoyed that class. I've been taking a class called Race, Class, and Power. It's basically a class about Black Lives Matter, and some of the information is just incredibly important. And there's a lot more people that are in my specific demographic, straight white males, that should definitely have access to this sort of information. It's not that we don't necessarily have access to it, it's that a whole bunch of us don't necessarily believe the sources of it, which I understand, but I don't appreciate. There is real tangible evidence of all sorts of different systems of problems, systems of oppression, systems of just not even bias. I mean, it goes so much further beyond that. And I really have enjoyed the speakers. We've had a bunch of speakers from the University of Miami undergrad campus. We've had sociology professors, linguists, professors of economics. What else have we had? I mean, we've had other attorneys, other law professors. We've had one of the deans at the law school. I mean, it's been an incredible class, and I've just gained so much from it, value. And it's something that, regardless how you feel about sort of the hashtag Black Lives Matter, I really think your perspective of Black Lives Matter is really going to be more so of where you get your news. That might not be the most non-political controversial thing to say, but I don't think it's that big of a secret that sort of where you get your news generally shapes your opinion of something. So I would highly suggest that, I had an opportunity to actually listen to one of the Black Lives Matter founders speak. She came to our class, and she also spoke at the University of Miami later that evening. But I also had a chance recently to hear a Florida Supreme Court Justice speak, and I went to that as well. So definitely broaden your horizons as best you can. Politically, I mean, politically, it doesn't necessarily matter what you do or don't believe in. You're not going to lose anything by showing up to these events. If anything, you're able to sort of understand more or less why people feel a particular way. And if you still feel your way is best, support it and go with that. But, you know, to just say this is right or this is wrong is sort of irresponsible. I'll give you a little bit into sort of me, which I haven't done on this channel politically before. Historically, I'm very moderate on a lot of stuff. I'm right down the middle for most huge hot button issues. Socially, I'm pretty liberal in that I do believe that you can pull yourself up by the bootstraps, but I believe it's bogus to think we all start from the same place, because we surely don't. Fiscally, I'm pretty conservative. I don't like the government being as big as it is. I like states to have their own rights, but I also think the federal government has to set a floor, because historically we've seen that states definitely do what they can to go below that floor and take away people's rights. So how did I get to a political conversation from what the heck I've been doing? I don't know. This wasn't really a planned video. It was something I just hadn't been creating videos for a while, and I wanted to make sure I got one up here recently. But this is what I can say law school has done for me. I tended to approach stuff thinking critically for the better part of my life, but now I do it in a manner that allows me to think critically, and then whatever conclusion I come to, or whatever preference I come to, I think about the other side and what the other side, why the other side came to the conclusion that maybe they came to. So for me, it's really about making sure that you know who you are, and making sure that you can have a conversation, but also understanding that if you're having a conversation or if you're being complicit in the dehumanization of other people, that's not okay, ever. So sort of where I am right now. I do have some pretty cool stuff that I'm sure I'll get into here in the next, well, before I get out of law school. I definitely have political plans in the future, but we'll let those be for now, let them simmer. But let me know what else you want to see. I definitely know I got a comment about sort of what's law school like as a 2L versus a 1L. What are some of the options you have? I just picked my schedule today for the fall of next year, the fall of my 3L year. So I've rambled long enough, guys. This is my sort of, it's April. It's been a little while since I've done a video. Just a quick update. But I wanted to let you know sort of where I am right now, and I am closing in on the end of the semester. I have one final. It's a take-home final. I have one paper to write, and I have a final trial that I have to do with my trial partner close to the end of the month, about the 22nd. It's a Saturday of April. So thank you guys so much for your time. I'm gonna actually do something I've never done before in a video. I'm gonna take the screen caption for the video like as I'm taking the video. So let me like sort of do a quick pose here. There it is. I think I got it. Now I definitely got it. So thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. I've gotten a whole bunch of new subscribers recently. I'm assuming that's those of y'all that have been admitted to law school recently. So let me know in the comments below what questions you have. Definitely go take a look at all my videos from my 1L year. They're helpful. They're important. They got me through it as much as they should help you get through it. So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Again, Andrew Darling. Reach out to me on Twitter. Reach out to me on Instagram. I'm never on Snapchat, but it's all the same. It's at Mr. Darling4, so at MR Darling4, and that's actually the same thing as my Facebook address, so you can get on there too if you just search Mr. Darling4. I'll show up. Hey, how you doing? So we'll take care. Talk to you soon. I hope everything's going well for you. Everything is going well for me. I'm kicking butt, taking names, enjoying life. Thank you guys so much for your time, and we will talk to you actually probably a lot sooner than we did in the last one. So take care.